Welcome in everybody, Foot's back. It's been a long break, but the move is complete, and now I'm ready to get the ball rolling and get back on the YouTube grind, so let's talk about Valkyrie a little bit. For any players who've left the game for 2 weeks, it's a pretty good time to come back, because you still have 2 days to start this welcome back box summon, where you'll get some daily login bonuses. And it's free stuff, so that's pretty cool. We're just finishing off a few days left of this event cycle, and we have Ymir 10-star ECB that's leaving in a couple days. There was the Lif S5, a world bounded. This gear was really good. Hopefully you were able to farm it and get this piece. If not, unfortunate. Hopefully you can grow stronger before the next S5 comes out. All right, where to begin here? Let's just start by talking about Arcana Party. Arcana Party introduces a new series called Outcasts. And here are our first 3. We have Pindu, or Pindui. She looks so cool, like a little marionette doll. Very nice. We have Juno, which I've been blessed to get on 2 accounts so far. Juno is awesome. And we have Hermes. Pretty decent looking husbando here. Nice. So what is their deal and gimmick? Well, they're going to have higher base stat totals than any other hero from any series so far. And they introduce a new function called Omega Races. If you like Pokemon, well, we got Evolution in Valkyrie Connect now. You can evolve into an Omega Race now. The Outcasts are summoned in their Omega Race form, which is going to save you that currency to buy the chalices. These heroes also have a special gimmick called Arcana Chain. That's going to be their unique ascension method. And you can have elemental combinations that have different effects come in, like special abilities. Now the banner gimmick is going to have discounts on step 1 and 2, a guaranteed hero on step 30, and then every step you're going to be getting these Omega Stones from 1 to 20. And if you get a double bonus, you'll get 20 instead of 10. So every time you pull, there's 4 different Arcana card effects that can occur. Where in the next time you pull, you'll either get your bonuses multiplied by 2, you'll get an extra magical box, which is a couple like diamonds of high boost, low value stuff. You get 100 diamonds back when you pull, or you get the double rates for the featured heroes, which I mean is the best one. That's how one of my alts got it on step 3 or 5. It came into that step with the double rates, and then it pulled it on a 0.16. It was pretty crazy. On your way up to about step 10, you're going to be getting 10 Omega Stones per pull, unless you have the double, then you get 20. And you need 100 per cycle to buy the 100 Omega Chalices for that first evolution. Now let me show you here. I took 3 accounts to get the first purchase. So I decided to make my Lif the Omega Human on all of them. So now every hero has the ability to evolve into their Omega race. It's just picking one once you have the currency. But here I chose to do it for my Lif, and now she won't be able to be CC'd by anything except Acer or Omega Acer. Once you Omega evolve, that hero can only be crowd controlled by the one before it in this chain. So you have Acer, Human, Elf, Dwarf, Therian, Jotun, Beast, Celestial. So Omega Acers are going to be good at like CCing Omega Lifts. This also makes Omega Beasts really strong because they'll be eventually what can counter Omega Celestials. But overall, I was a big fan of Arcana Party. It was really fun to do it on the 3 accounts that I went to step 10. And I got to see 2 outcasts from it, so that's pretty good. And I think the Omega Evolution thing is too strong that I didn't want to miss it, and I was sure to get 100 of the Omega Stones to buy the chalices, so I could evolve 1 hero this cycle. How crazy will it be in the future going forward? We don't know, but these heroes are already so strong. There's people who have all 3 of them, and they're untouchable in PvP now. Current events right now, there's a special login bonuses available for 2 more days, just some diamonds on login. We had a free summon ticket login, but it's not available anymore. There were some okay picks. Most of my accounts just got some niche dupes, but at least it was free summons. You know, it's nice. So hopefully you picked up a couple of these here that your account didn't have. And we have the classic hero growth and triple HQ until the end of the month. Okay, jumping around, I wanted to touch over this new function for mercenaries. I think it's really cool. It gives you the ability to use the new outcasts in an event connect battle like a certain amount of times per day without even owning the hero, which is really great. And it really comes through because it gives the players the ability to use the new heroes and see how good they are and get attached to them. That's the key. I think this new function for the mercenaries is a huge step in the right direction because it allows the player to build a deeper connection to the heroes that they desire or then make them want to go pull for. Looping around, there's a scenario event right now. It's a quick 3 chapter. Just go knock it out and get your like 2,000 or 3,000 diamonds. Bing, bang, boom, done. Like I said, here's the little bulletin for the enhanced races after evolution. When you pull on the Arcana party, you get the Omega Stones, and then every cycle of the banner, you're going to be able to buy 1-to-1 ratio to get the Omega Chalices, and then the Chalices is what you use to evolve. And then Omega heroes are going to guard against status ailments from certain races, which is pretty much every other race except for the counter before it. This works in PvP and PvE, and it's going to be crazy. You're going to be able to bring an Omega human to anything. If it CCs regular humans, an Omega human is not going to get CC'd in that battle. We'll see how much more Omega Lift is going to break the game, because it could be crazy. I just Omega evolved my lifts a couple days ago, so I haven't really gotten to test it out much in PvE, but we'll definitely get to it and see how crazy it is. Then they have a little status ailment effectiveness, you know, what race and their target if you wanted to look through it there too. And still about Arcana Party and the Outcasts, here's the new thing, the Arcana Chain effects. Now only Arcana heroes can use them. When an Arcana hero or a hero of the same race, including Omega races, as an Arcana hero in your party, activates their action skill, elemental energy is applied to all enemies. Elemental energy is the same element as the activated action skill. When an Arcana hero applies elemental energy to an enemy already affected by a different elemental energy, it results in an Arcana chain. And then you can create all these special effects through different element types. So this is just another way in PvE and PvP that these Arcana heroes are going to become so much stronger when you have more Omega races in the team with them. And they have this little chart here. They have names for all of them here. So like fire plus water is seethe, water plus earth is corrode. There's all these extra, you know, names and stuff that they made up for all of them. Then they give some Arcana chain examples and gets pretty in-depth. So the more you get these and the more heroes that you Omega evolve, you'll be able to see more and more of this come through. All right, we're catching back up to September news now, and they had the lamest Asterism party come out with Ilanol and Ezrai, which were 2 free available from the last, so hopefully you skipped on this. Really didn't need all that. Speaking of, their banners are just crazy recently. Until the other day, they had like 4 of their main banners. They still have Arcana, Idavol, and Asterism available for about a week. We'll get to the raffle momentarily. But I said skip Asterism and Idavol and just went all into Arcana, full free to play, and I was able to get to step 9, and I'll get step 10 in a couple days. It's the new thing, and these outcasts are strong, so I would recommend it for anybody. Most of these events are going to be ending on the 14th, so you really only got a couple more days to get in here and get this, but if you haven't been doing a World Prophesized, you're just hurting yourself. You get free summon tickets on the raffle for this every day, and a gear piece that will boost the drops of the next event coming up. It's not too bad. It's just a 7-star. You just come in here. Most people will probably be able to just auto a team, and boom, you're good to go. Oh, and that artwork is amazing, by the way. Bing, bang, boom, we're done. We got our cutest camera ever. That's really what they called it. And then, like I said, it will boost the Cafe Yggdrasil coins in the next coming event. So you'll definitely want them. And here's our grand raffle tickets. All right, let's go into raffle so I can give a couple quick warnings to everybody. Now, if you don't know about raffles, this is the biggest gimmicky thing that Valkyrie can do with a banner. And I'm just gonna say, I would recommend you only spend your free tickets. Stop putting diamonds into raffles, and you will be a happier person in the long run. Now here's the deal. If you've never even looked through the information here, there's 3 different tables every loot table can be. There's table A, B, and C, and they all have different percentages on how much the prizes actually come out. So for the time being, we've seen 1 of 10's tier 1s go in about 1/10 of it. So it could be a table B, it could be a normal table. But if you come in here and you see 9 or 10 remaining when there's like 2,000 to 2,400, you're probably looking at a table C, which has lower drop rates. But at the same time, there's much less in the pool at that point. So that's probably an okay time to go and try your free pulls. 1 was found in 300. So this is going to be about a statistical normal. I'm just going to pull it anyway. And there you go. That's about what you're normally going to see from raffle. I would not put diamonds into it. Use your free tickets wisely. I wouldn't pull again now that it costs 10. Every time this prize pool resets, you get your discount again. So it only costs 5 tickets to do a 10x. Don't use 10 tickets after you've already done your discount on that one. Just wait for the next one to roll around and you can spend 5 to pull a 10x again. Especially for this grand raffle, since it's a special coin type, which means if you win a tier 1 coin, you get to come in here and pick any 4 of these people, and then Baize is the secondary prize. If you don't have Baize, he's an okay grab, kind of niche, but I guess still pretty helpful. The bubble chamber is a pretty decent accessory with good CC and whatnot. It's kind of the same style as the vivid plume, just with different CCs and whatnot. Pretty decent gear if you pick it up. Now, as far as who you should pick between the 4 girls here, they're kind of all pretty niche. So if you go through their kits and you don't really know, Bubble Mage Noah is a pretty decent pick overall. She's got a pretty decent all ally component, very supportive to the team, and boons to allies with skill gauge. Her damage doesn't ignore anything or anything like that, but she's a pretty decent one to pick up, I would say. I like to shout out to the GOAT Almuhairi. His opinion is Perfect Palette Michelle is pretty decent to pick up. Her kit does include a possible Embolden to all allies, which is pretty good. Embolden is the strongest buff in the game as far as damage is concerned in PvE, so she's not bad to pick up either. Will you use her a lot? Probably not, but her kit's pretty good too. They just had another live stream breakdown 2 days ago where they're going over the new progenitors that are coming out at the end of September and the Aeon Right weapons, which we're going to evolve to then unlock the progenitor heroes. This is still new information. There's a lot to read over here. We're just going to keep an eye on it, and then hopefully they just crush this delivery, and progenitors are the coolest thing ever. I want a hero where you farm and you earn it. That's going to be great. And they did a new hero brainstorm that they're going to put a new hero in the game. So he's going to be a male human and he's going to look something like this. He's going to be a gentleman with white gloves and a top hat. He's got a little mouse guy. Pretty cool hero. We'll see how strong he is. Cool that they're doing collaborative efforts to get new heroes in the game. It's pretty cool. This art's pretty slick. And we have the Cafe Yggdrasil coming up in 2 days, which is why you want to farm the daily 7-star to get the event boosting equipment to use, because that'll be coming Saturday. So since the last check-in, I've only pulled on the Arcana party, but because of the apology with Lofen, anybody who pulled and got a hero on that other banner received Lofen for free. So when I pulled the double Mani and Sin, I also got Lofen out of it, which was completely insane. Like, I'm pushing Sin to gold so fast, and I just need high boost. So overall, the arena meta has just become so bloated. There are so many heroes in the game. There's so many series of heroes that are strong and overpowered. It's becoming so much harder to narrow down and identify who should be in the PvP tier list. Here's the deal. In my opinion, if you don't see somebody in top 50 or top 100A, then you don't really need to worry about what their rank is. If you're never going to fight a hero in the end game, what does it matter if they're S, A, or B? The most important information to communicate in a tier list video is information that people need to know. Who are the heroes that you're going to be fighting? So in lieu of that, I'm thinking more so in my next coming PvP video, just talk about the top 20 or top 30 threats, as opposed to making a huge list that people are going to argue with. Obviously, I'm going to make mistakes, and then it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me it doesn't feel like it's worth it anymore. There's too many heroes in the meta. I mean, Valkyrie is a game of like 600 heroes, but then only the most recent 100 are used. So maybe Omega Evolution and going back and giving some reworks to the old basic heroes is going to be a way to get more fresh heroes back in the game. But otherwise, I do want to get around to making some guide videos for boss content, all PvE content, and then differentiate if, you know, you're an early game account or late game, if you have your lift, if you don't have lift. I want to go over and make sure that I get a 2024 guide for all PvE needs. So that's definitely in the works now. I'm all set up at the new place, all moved in, ready to go. Let's get back on the YouTube grind, folks. Hope you enjoy your time playing Valkyrie, and I hope that you'll join me in the next one. So until next time, everybody, Foots out. Cheers.